I would like you to write the quadratic formula 4 times. Step number 1, you don't need to write the directions. It's fine if you do. Life will not end. So we're going to write the quadratic formula 4 times. Anybody think they have it memorized from yesterday?
I do. I have it memorized.
Aiden, what is it?
It's x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared and a squared.
Just b squared, no negative.
Yeah, right.
And then minus 4a and then is divided by 2a.
Perfect. Remember, if you know, pop goes the weasel, x equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. That's 1 time. I'm going to write it again. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all of that over 2a. I've now written it twice. I'm going to write it again. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all of that over 2a. And one last time, x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all of that over 2a. The steps that we learned yesterday with the quadratic formula, the first one was that it needed to be in standard form. And standard form just means that we had it equal 0, correct? After it was in standard form, it got really easy. What was rule number 2? Substitute. After you substituted, step 3 was simplify. And last but not least, step 4 was solve. And we solve 2 times. The tricky part of the, what is this, quadratic formula is you have to memorize this part correctly. If you mess something up in the formula, your whole problem's wrong. That's the part that makes me nervous about the quadratic formula. So, problem 2. Let's do this. X squared minus 12x plus 20 equals 0. Is this in standard form? Yes. Step 2 is to substitute. Do you have to rewrite the formula? The whole thing, this? No, we can just substitute. We can go straight into it, right? Okay, here we go. X equals negative. What's B? X equals negative B plus or minus square root B squared. What's my B value? Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot tell you for the 1,000,000th time. When you substitute a number, it belongs inside parentheses. If you put negative 12 squared without parentheses, your answer is wrong. Minus 4a. What's my a value? What's my c value? All over 2a. Ooh. Got it. Am I done? I'm done with step 2. Now let's move to step 3. What's step 3? You could choose to put this negative 12 plus square root negative 12 squared minus 4 times 1 in your calculator, but you're probably going to screw something up. So let's simplify. X equals, what's negative 12? 12. Plus or minus the square root. Negative 12 squared. Negative 12 times negative 12 is 144. Negative 4 times 1. Negative 4 times 20. Negative 80. All of that over 2 times 1 is 2. Now, keep simplifying. You could do 144 minus 80. You can type it in your calculator. So we have 12 plus the square root of 144 minus 80. I'm going to simplify my numerator. Is 20 my answer? No, that's my numerator. I still have to divide by 2. So what's my first x value? X equals 10. Then I do it again because I have to solve 2 times. X minus the square root of 144 minus 80. I get I get 4. Am I done? No, that's only my numerator. I have to now divide by 2, so my other x value is 2. And there is your solution. It's what? Standard form, substitute, simplify, solve 2 times. Flip it over. Let's try this one. Oh, I didn't write it down. Okay, here we go. Write this one down. 5x squared minus x equals negative 3. Four easy steps to the quadratic formula. First easy step is standard form. Is this standard form? Can you make it standard form? This guy has to move over. So I add 3. Simplifying x squared, 5x squared minus x plus 3. None of those go together, so I just write the chain. Equals, tell me about the right side. 0. Now is it in standard form? Yes. Standard form, substitute. X equals negative, what's my b value? Negative 1. plus or minus the square root. B, negative 1 squared, minus 4 times, what's my A? 5. Times, what's my C? 3. All of that over 2 times 5, 2A. X equals negative B plus or minus square root of B squared minus 4AC, all over 2A. Third step is simplify. X equals, what's negative negative 1? Plus or minus the square root. What's negative 1 squared? Negative 1 times negative 1? 1. What's negative 4 times 5? Negative 20 times 3. Negative 60. All over 10. Now I'm going to solve how many times? Twice. All right, here we go. 1 plus square root of 1 minus 60. If you wanted to simplify that, you totally could. But what happens? Allie, tell me about why this says domain error. Because 1 minus 60 is the square root of negative 59. And can you do 1 plus the square root of negative 59? No, because you can't do square roots of negative numbers. So this problem is what? No solution. Do I say no solution by quadratic formula? This is no, quadratic formula will always give you a solution unless there is no solution. This graph does not, it's above the x-intercept. There is no x-intercept. Right? If there are 2 answers, that means it intersects at 2 locations. If there is 1 answer, that means it intersects at 1 location. But this guy has no intersections. So this is no solution. Before, we had to say no solution by square roots or no solution by factoring. But quadratic formula always works. This is a no solution.